This match was released first for our members on YouTube and Patreon. Becoming a member is the only way to watch all Purpose Wrestling shows presented in full. Thank you to all these YouTube and Patreon members who help us bring Purpose Wrestling to you. To support Purpose Wrestling, become a member at purposewrestling.com/members. Link in the description. Purpose Wrestling, for the love of wrestling.
Hyperactive, more like hyper-deactivated!
You can bring one of your mates. How about RJ Singh? And we will bring one of our friends. My mentor, we all know it, David Francisco.
We love Uncle RJ. He trusts us to get the job done without him. And when he's back, we're going to be bigger and stronger.
If we win, you give them a rematch, but this time with a second referee ringside.
It's time for tag team action, Teeks. This one's been a couple of months in the making. East City Sovereigns, the combination of Jordon, Saeed and Kean Cameron snaking a win away from Hyperactive at the last show. This match got a bit of an odd stipulation, Teeks. If Hyperactive and David Francisco manage to get the win over the East City Sovereigns, then the Sovereigns have got to give Hyperactive a regular tag rematch. But this time, with a second referee at ringside to make sure they don't get up to any of their usual shenanigans. And Jordon has bought his own personal cup chair. Is it me, Teeks, or is this outfit of Jordon Saeed getting more and more elaborate every time we see him?
It's just unnecessarily warm, even for the winter.
The East City Sovereigns have not lost a match in a very long time, especially since they recruited Kean Cameron. Kean picking up most of the pinfall victories they've had in the last about 18 months. It's been an insane run for the Sovereigns. Now, the record books show that. What the record books don't show is how they take the low road every time, Teeks.
Sorry, I'm just super hyper-fixated on Jordon Saeed right now. To the best of my knowledge, doesn't have any nieces, nephews, young cousins or anything, so he is definitely keeping the small chair trade alive with this constant like foray of teeny tiny chairs.
Yeah. You don't want to talk about it. He likes to sit in the corner and watch everything. I don't know what that means.
What was your question? Sorry.
Well, I was essentially saying how the East City Sovereigns are on a roll and the record books show they're on a roll, but they don't show that they take the low road. But enough about talking about these clowns. Let's talk about David Francisco coming off of a loss to the champion Nino Bryant in his very first shot at the Purpose Wrestling title. We saw David asking Nino for one more shot. We didn't really get an answer to that. And we're interrupted by Kieran Lacey. But David may have to rebuild from the bottom up one more time. Going to start with a tag team match.
And introducing first, originally from Lisbon, Portugal, now residing to Riverside, he is the centerpiece, David Francisco!
Kind of hilarious to immediately ask even for a championship rematch when you lost clean as a whistle. But I suppose I admire the moxie of David Francisco. Just straight up asking. If you don't ask, you don't get. And fair play to David.
Speaking of if you don't ask, you don't get, Hyperactive recruited David Francisco by breaking into his house and asking if he would team with them. Safire has a pre-existing trainee tutorship with David Francisco. David Francisco is the athlete who trained Safire Reed. You can see it in a lot of Safire's trademark offense. She has taken David's pendulum dropkick and uses it herself. And we've seen them team together several times in the past. They've always come up successful. I don't know if it is a link to being a trainee and a teacher that helps a bond, helps you work together. As a combat doubles expert, Teeks, what is your opinion on that?
I feel like it's only natural to want to honor your trainers in some respects, and what better way to do it than to absorb, one of their signature maneuvers. Speaking of absorbing, though, it seems while they've got brand new merch, Hyperactive yet to, Safire really absorbed Anita Vaughan here, and they're coming out to her entrance tune at the moment until they come up with their own unique theme. I heard, if they sell enough of those T-shirts, they'll think about getting Hyperactive matching gear as well.
Those excellent T-shirts, it must be said.
Wrestling trainees around the world do not follow the lead of Hyperactive and get merch before you've become a successful tag team.
Hey, I've seen those shirts flying off the merch table like hotcakes, Teeks. I've seen it. Jordon Saeed, I think he's frustrated that they dare to touch his little chair. Jordon Saeed, can he go one match without making a fool of himself, Teeks?
Well, it's too late already.
So the interesting dynamics at play here. You've got two almost, I'd say, team captains in RJ Singh and David Francisco. Probably the people who are most likely to game plan this match. But then you've also got the addition of an established, although fairly new, an established team in Hyperactive. And then you've got the trio of the East City Sovereigns. It's an interesting makeup of a match. I'm really interested to see how this one plays out. But what I really want to see is Safire Reed German suplex Keane Cameron out of his boots. The fans firmly behind Safire Reed to start this one off.
David Francisco forgot to get his Green Ranger kit out for the team tonight. But before we get any further into the night, a little Valentine's treat.
The fans playing RJ Singh know exactly what they think.
It's rich coming from the fans.
Does he not know Safire Reed? That's more like Safire Reed's taste. I'll clothesline you out of your boots.
Does he not know Sarah Hatch has already given out roses to all the girls backstage before the show too?
Here comes Singh. Reed floats over. Etakuri. Here comes Anita Vaughan, the powerhouse of this group, I'm going to say.
And you can see her demonstrating that power. Oh, incredible power!
This tandem love their schoolyard tricks, Teeks. David Francisco has that rose.
He's wielding that rose.
Oh no, we've seen this before. It's the circle game. Oh, and RJ Singh fell for it. Double underhook. Into the cover. This one could be over already. RJ Singh looking worse for wear. Got punched in the face by Hyperactive. Francisco looking for the ruckus.
Could have been an early doors ruckus.
Sees it coming, Chomsky and Cameron for interfering. Some say it could have happened to a nicer brat. Drop kick by Francisco. East City Sovereigns looking to regroup on the outside. Francisco, Hyperactive, the pendulum drop kicks and then the baseball slide by Anita Vaughan wipe out the Sovereigns. And this makeshift team taking it to the undefeated Sovereigns.
Anita Vaughan honouring her trainer, her hero, Babe Ruth there with the baseball slide.
Studs out, gonna do that damage. Francisco got hold of RJ Singh. RJ Singh, I think, still the legal man. Hasn't managed to tag out yet. Saeed grabbing the ankle of Francisco as he comes back in the ring. RJ Singh takes advantage, just boots Francisco in the stomach.
Come on, referee Kyle. I know this is your first night, but it's not your first time refereeing a match.
Look at Kean Cameron unloading those back clubs. Speaking of honouring your mentor. RJ Singh now trapping David Francisco in his corner. Tags in the powerhouse, but not the brains of East City Sovereigns, Jordon Saeed. Sends Francisco across the ring. Hell of an Irish whip. Francisco trying to get the tag. Saeed steps between him and his partners. Now taunting Hyperactive. Elbow drop by Saeed.
If he's not taunting that tag, he's certainly taunting the fact that East City Sovereigns did get that win. Again, you said by nefarious means taking that low road, but they did have that win over Hyperactive, and they've got all the marbles, if you will. You know, we want to talk schoolyard games, and East City Sovereigns no more so, not averse to the schoolyard BS, if you will.
There's Kean Cameron in legally for the first time. RJ Singh tags himself in though, blind. The combinations of the East City Sovereigns have all got little nicknames. That combination of Kean Cameron and RJ Singh is the technical duo. Into the cover, Francisco kicks out. Tags in Saeed.
And this duo is the
power duo. Kean Cameron and Jordon Saeed, the speed duo. So I'm told.
So purely through linking all those things up, Jordon is power and speed, Kean is speed and technique, and RJ
technique and power.
is technique and power. Interesting combinations.
Arm wringer by Cameron. Looking to send San Francisco off. San Francisco is too much like San Francisco, Diggs.
Yeah, you don't have to tell that to me. Don't explain yourself to me.
Just chopping the life out of Kean Cameron. That is what you get for doing a cocky cover on David Francisco, Kean Cameron.
Technically, he should have been a bit faster if he didn't want to get that chop.
Tags in Saeed. Look to San Francisco off. Reversal meeting of the minds.
That time he said it on purpose.
Francisco manages to get, well, I think Kean kind of done himself a wronger there. If he'd have taken the right side lariat, it might not have been as intense. That left side lariat is a lethal weapon from David Francisco.
Kean, what? Let's take a pause on that. Tag!
Here comes Safire Reed, House of Fire, drop kicks for Saeed. Here they come, Hyperactive, going to get the tag team momentum going, giving David Francisco a break after the abuse is taken.
As things start to get a little hyper, things start to get a little active. Safire Reed, Anita Vaughan on the move.
And they're beating up Jordon Saeed, which I'm always happy to see. Facebuster.
Shades of her hero, Triple H.
Dragging Saeed in the... Kean Cameron springboarding, trying to interrupt the flow of Hyperactive. Francisco sees it coming, catches him. Stampede! Oh, to Rex Armstrong.
Miscellaneous death threat, and he pays for it.
Hadouken punches by the King. Gonna double DDT Hyperactive.
Dated reference by the King.
He's a dated man. Here comes a double suplex by Hyperactive. RJ Singh showing his age, gets covered by Anita Vaughan. RJ Singh kicking out at 2 after getting double suplexed. Jawbreaker by Singh. Vaughan though lands with a stroke of luck in her own corner, tags in Francisco. He's had a moment to take a breather and gets to punch Jordon Saeed in the face. A good 5 minutes for Francisco. The back and forth. Probably the two best strikers of their respective teams.
The two big power players of their respective teams as well, throwing bombs here.
Look for a Rainmaker. Poke to the eye by Saeed. Powers up Francisco. Scoop slam, centre of the ring.
450, Bobby.
No, I don't know that he's going 450.
You know he's going
say
450.
He's going 450.
You know he's going up top for the 450 splash, Bobby Davies. Close your eyes, folks. Close your eyes, folks. You don't need to see it. You just need to hear it. 450 splash. Jordon Saeed off the top.
Francisco
of the middle rope.
Actually talking to Hyperactive, saying he's fine. Saeed hasn't noticed.
The top rope of the bottom rung.
Barely back to his feet. Yeah. Oh dear.
Just misses it.
Now here he is. Rainmaker.
Only just misses it.
Crane kick by RJ Singh. I didn't know he had that flexibility. Super kick by Safire. We saw a super kick. King Cameron out of the air the last show. Cameron showing that athleticism. Super kick of his own. Doesn't see Vaughan coming in. Here's the power of Hyperactive. Just slams Cameron to the mat.
Lil double AV spinebuster.
There's that full-out headbutt. Cameron looking barely conscious. Francisco wants a piece of this. Loads him up. Ruckus, centre of the ring, into the cover. Oh, and John Saeed pulls the referee out. That was a free count. After the fallout and the ruckus, there's no way King Cameron's to get out of that. Oh my God, RJ Singh had the little tuck chair and Safire Reed headbutted him in the back of the head. Great move by Reed. That fallout headbutt one more time.
Rather than the world's smallest chair, it looks like RJ Singh's going to need the world's smallest violin for this situation.
Pump handle into that cutter. What a move by Hyperactive. This one has got to be over. And it is. Hyperactive get the win. Hyperactive finally topping the EC Sovereigns. They get a rematch, regular tag style with the Sovereigns, but with a second referee at ringside to make sure the Sovereigns don't get up to no good. The recruitment of David Francisco bearing fruits for Hyperactive. King Cameron looks distraught. His first loss in Purpose Wrestling.
The third member of Hyperactive, David Francisco. Great showing tonight. Will that be enough to have him inducted into the team at a future event? Well, that remains to be seen.
David Francisco. And guess what happens? He evens the score. And now we get a rematch with, yes we do, two referees for the referees. There'll be no more cheating. East City Sovereigns, whatever you want to try. Oh, I'm probably happy with that. And then we're going to get our first time win. Oh. Listen, David. Yes. Thank you tonight. Superstar. We have your back. We have your back, mate.
You get that fucking win. You get that fucking win.
Let's go.
Hyperactive, interactive, whatever the hell active you want to call yourselves. You think this is a win? You think this is some sort of great victory over the East City Sovereigns? No. This is the start of a war. Tell them, Jay.
They're meant to be Valentine's Day, meant to be having a really good day, but it's awful. It's awful because of them two idiots and David Francisco. I'm a mess. I feel hurt. Kid, I'm not strong enough.
Safire Reed and Anita Vaughan, I hope you are listening, because tonight you stole something from me. You stole my undefeated streak from me here in Purpose, and I don't lose. I am him. I don't lose. We don't lose. So now you've got your little rematch. Come next time, it's not going to be fun and games, because I'm coming for your heads, I'm coming for blood, and I'm coming for violence!
It's the Sovereigns, baby!
Thank you for watching Purpose Wrestling. Don't miss any of the great pro wrestling action live in Wimbledon. Join us at the Merton Art Space. All details for tickets in the description below. Make sure you subscribe to the Purpose Wrestling YouTube channel for more great matches. Thank you for watching and see you next time.